17-year-old Maya sat in the dimly lit school library, flipping through a biology textbook. The words on the page about reproduction seemed dry and mechanical, nothing like the whispered conversations she had heard in the hallways. There was a mystery surrounding sex that her school only touched on in dull lectures about anatomy and STIs. She wanted real answers. Maya had been raised in a conservative home where discussions about the body, relationships, and emotions were considered taboo. Her mother had always brushed off her questions with vague statements like, "You'll understand when you're older." But Maya was already older, and she still didn't understand. She saw her friends making choices, some regretting them, others confused, and she didn't want to be in that position. She wanted knowledge, power over her own decisions. One day, her teacher, Ms. Carter, a young and progressive educator, announced a special session in health class. Beyond the myths, what you need to know. Maya's curiosity piqued. The classroom was buzzing with murmurs as the students settled in. Ms. Carter began by writing one question on the board. What do you wish you knew about sex? At first, silence. Then a few hesitant hands rose. How do you know if you're ready? Someone asked. How do you talk about it without feeling awkward? Another voice chimed in. Ms. Carter smiled. Great questions. And let me tell you, education is power. My goal isn't to encourage or discourage you, but to ensure that if and when you make choices, you do so with knowledge and confidence. She began dismantling myths one by one. Myth number one, everyone's doing it. In reality, many teenagers choose to wait, and there's no universal timeline. Myth number two, love equals sex. True love respects boundaries, communication, and consent. Myth number three, talking about protection means distrust. It actually means respect and responsibility. For the first time, Maya felt like she was being given real answers, not evasions or scare tactics. She learned about consent, how a simple no should always be respected, and how even an enthusiastic yes should come from a place of understanding rather than pressure. Maya's best friend Zoe had been dating a senior, Jake, for 6 months. They seemed happy, but Zoe often confided in Maya about feeling pressured. He says if I really love him, I'll be ready soon, she whispered one afternoon. Maya, armed with her newfound knowledge, replied, Zoe, love isn't about proving something. It's about feeling safe and comfortable. You have every right to wait until you're truly ready. Zoe sighed in relief. I needed to hear that. A week later, Zoe set boundaries with Jake. He didn't take it well and started acting distant. It hurt, but Maya reminded her, if he truly loved and respected you, he wouldn't pressure you. Their conversation reinforced what Maya had learned. Making decisions about intimacy should be personal, never forced. She felt empowered, knowing she could set her own boundaries too. At another session, Ms. Carter brought in a guest speaker, a college student named Alex, who openly shared his experience of contracting an STI from unprotected sex. I didn't think it could happen to me. I thought I knew my partner well enough, Alex admitted. But knowledge and protection aren't about distrust. They're about responsibility. The class listened in silence. Maya appreciated Alex's honesty. She realized that while emotions and attraction were natural, taking precautions was essential. Ms. Carter taught them about different forms of contraception, the importance of getting tested, and how communication played a major role in healthy relationships. Maya walked away that day feeling equipped with something precious. Awareness. Maya's journey of understanding wasn't just about relationships with others. It was also about her relationship with herself. She started rejecting societal pressures, understanding that she didn't have to conform to expectations or rush into anything. She also realized that sex education wasn't just about sex. It was about self-worth, confidence, and making informed choices. It was about recognizing that pleasure, safety, and emotional well-being all mattered. One day, she found herself in a conversation with a younger cousin, Lily, who was just starting to hear mixed messages about relationships. Maya, how do you know what's right? Lily asked hesitantly. Maya smiled. You listen to yourself. You respect yourself. You get the right information and never let anyone pressure you. That's what's right. Lily nodded, her eyes reflecting the same thirst for knowledge that Maya had once felt. Conclusion: the power of knowledge. Sex education isn't just about biology. It's about empowerment. It's about giving young people the tools to make choices that honor their values, protect their health, and nurture their well-being. Maya's journey from curiosity to clarity was proof of that. By breaking the sui,